We're here with the all-new Nissan Rogue. Can it live up to the hype? Can it compete against the competition?
Only one way to find out. Let's go for a drive. Plus it's cold. Okay, what do we have to put it in, Andrea?
We got to put it in S for subscribe.
And hit the notification bell. I'm noticing more people are getting notifications. It's still a low number, but it's getting better.
Yeah.
And Andrea's Instagram is motormouth_Andrea, looking good with the Rogue. And what's mine?
Yours is motormouth_auto.
This video is brought to you by Car Cost Canada. Get the dealer's cost, list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. Use the promo code MOTORMOUTH to become an expert member and get extra searches. The link is in the description below. So Andrea, when the first Rogue came out, I always made a joke about why is it called Rogue. There was really nothing roguish about it, and there really hasn't been. I always thought it was like it should have been called Steve or Dave, like a nice friendly neighbor, but not Rogue.
Not Rogue, yeah. Maybe not as exciting as going Rogue.
So this one, I think, looks a little bit more like the name.
Yes, it looks great. I think they've done a nice job with this exterior. There's some unique headlights. It's a boxier look.
Now the previous Rogue had a bit of a flowing shape to it, and this one's boxier, therefore it is slightly shorter. The wheelbase is the same,
yes,
and the interior volume for the front and rear passengers is the same. They actually get more space in the cargo area just through tricks of packaging.
That's good, and you know, they're trying to make it easy to get larger items. The rear doors are actually extra wide, and they open to 85 degrees. So if you want to get a car seat in and you want to do it with ease, it's going to happen for you in this Rogue.
I have to say the cargo area and the shape of the cargo door is very square and large, so you're going to have no problem getting items in and out. Now this is a really nice divider for the cargo area. You can flip and fold all the different panels in the floor to make it bigger and to stop items from flipping or flying around.
Yes.
But it's only available on this top trim.
So there's 3 trim levels. There's the S, there's the SV, and there's the Platinum. And we're test driving the Platinum, and it has everything that you can possibly need in it.
But I should say one thing. All of them come with standard LED headlamps, so that's nice. And all of them come with standard alloy wheels.
That's right. So on the base model, you get 17-inch wheels. On the SV trim, 18, and on the Platinum, 19-inch wheels. And we get this beautiful panoramic sunroof on the SV and, of course, Platinum trims, but not on the base model.
I think the looks on the outside are more rugged, more roguish. I see kind of hints of the Korean twins, the Palisade and the Telluride. I see a little bit of that, especially with the Rogue script across the back. But a nice looking vehicle. But what I want to talk about, and for me, which is the real standout, is the inside.
Is the inside. When I got in this, the first thing I said to myself was, wow, there are really no hard plastic materials being used except for on the door.
The lower part of the door,
That's right. It has beautiful soft materials throughout, stitching. Look at this steering wheel. On the base model, you get the leather wrapped steering wheel heated, and it kind of has this great performance steering wheel where you get that flat bottom.
Yeah, so heated seats and heated steering wheel and heated outside mirrors for the Canadian market are all standard equipment. The one thing I'll say about the interior of this vehicle, there is nothing carried over from the old Rogue.
No.
This is an all-new platform, even though the wheelbase is the same. It's an all-new interior. Everything is new. I like the look of the steering wheel. The switches and everything is very simple and clean.
Yes.
But look at the big, beautiful round knobs on the head unit.
I know, volume knobs, it's speaking to me. So this starts with an 8-inch touchscreen. This Platinum trim level has the 9-inch. There is an available heads-up display. It's a 10.8-inch display, and it's actually one of the largest in this class.
Now the real showstopper on this Platinum, so you get the 9-inch screen, as you mentioned there for the infotainment screen, but you get a 12.3-inch digital dashboard dashboard that really looks fantastic. And there's very few vehicles in this class that have it. Tiguan has it available, and the new Escape has it available. But when you combine those, what do you think?
It's fantastic. Showstopper, bright spot in this interior.
Now, I like the plastic. Now, there is some hard stuff, but it's got this sort of brushed look on it. I think it looks good. And even the faux wood on the dash, it's dark. I know you're not a big fan of that, but I think it actually looks like the real open pore wood.
It does, unless you touch it.
Yeah, and it's really well done.
Do you know what I really love about this center console is that it's floating with the storage underneath for a family.
Yeah, I just think it's a great extra space because they've gone to a digital shifter or a shift-by-wire shifter. What I like also is the big tray there for your wireless charging pad for your phone. And there is wireless connectivity for Apple and Android, right? Or is it just one of them?
Just Apple.
And it's only available on the top trim.
That's right.
Hopefully more of that stuff will come.
Yeah.
The wireless, like we saw the new Chevy Trailblazer has wireless Android and wireless Apple as standard equipment on all of them. So I think that's going to come more and more often.
Yes.
Now, what do you think about this quilted leather seating?
I think it looks great. It's only available in the Platinum. I think it's a nice detail. The other trim levels get leatherette. But like we talk about, some leatherette can be great quality.
And I like leatherette because it holds up for years. It doesn't fade, it doesn't scratch, you can wipe it down. Leather is nice, trust me, I like leather, but don't be shy about trying leatherette.
Yes. And you know what else I like is the center console. It's got the butterfly storage.
You flip it open like that.
Yeah, just so easy to use.
And you know why they did that? You can open this and then someone can grab something from the back, where the old one used to flip up.
Yeah.
So that would obscure.
That's right, if you needed to reach back.
Yeah, if someone in the back wanted to, like say they had a sandwich in there or something, they could grab it.
Another thing that Nissan has done with the back seats is that you can put a car seat easily in all 3 seats. But most importantly, if you want to put one in the center seat, there's plenty of room on either side for an adult or a large teenager to sit in.
Thank God we're past that stage.
I know.
Hey, we're going to stop for a moment. We got a new feature.
Unfortunately, we just have this Rogue for one day, so we didn't have enough time to get questions from Instagram for questions, coffee, and cars, but we are adding a new segment.
It's called For Your Consideration. What we have are 4 categories and 4 vehicles for you to consider. Now, the first category is power. In this class and in this price range, which has the most power?
We've got the Mazda CX-5 Turbo with 225 horsepower for the win.
Fuel economy, you would think in this price range it would be the RAV4 Hybrid, but it's not. The Ford Escape Hybrid actually gets better fuel economy.
For all-wheel drive capability, the clear winner is the Subaru Forester because of symmetrical all-wheel drive and best-in-class ground clearance.
And the winner for the most cargo space is the Volkswagen Tiguan, which is also one of the only vehicles available with an optional 3rd row of seats. They got rid of it for this new 2021 Rogue.
So there's 4 alternative vehicles for your consideration.
So if you look at this vehicle on paper, it's still got a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine.
You got it.
But 80% of the components of this engine are brand new. So it's been heavily modified. It's smoother, more refined, and more efficient, and you get more power. 181 horsepower, 181 pound-feet of torque. Now that's more by how much, Andrea?
So 11 more horsepower and 6 more pound-foot of torque compared to the previous model.
Now, it's not the champion for power, but it's not the least amount,
No.
but it's all how it works together. So another thing they did was they shaved 40 kilos of weight off of this vehicle for the new model, which is a substantial weight savings. And as you all know, weight is the enemy of fuel economy and performance, right?
That's right.
So what's driving this, Andrea?
A CVT, and I really want to talk about this. A lot of people hate Nissan CVT, and I went up many hills yesterday, and I had to say to myself, is there really a CVT?
Yeah, it's really well done. And this is one subject I really want to touch on because of this transmission. So yes, in the past, Nissan has had issues with their CVT for reliability and drivability. The early versions were pretty crap, to be honest. But you have to judge this on the way it drives today. They're making incremental changes as they go along through the years, and now a new model. All I can do is judge it on the way it drives today, and it drives really well.
Really well. I am impressed.
On top of that, you've got these new drive modes, right?
Yeah, you've got with the front wheel drive, you have got Sport, Standard, and Eco. And then on the all-wheel drive, off-road, which is new, Snow, Standard, Eco, and Sport.
And when you put it in Sport, it does make it livelier. There are times when you're accelerating at higher speeds where it shows its CVT-ness, but for the average daily commute, you would drive this and you would have really no idea that there's a CVT at play. So it's very well done. They've made improvements. Oh, Andrea, do you remember the beginning of the year we drove the new Nissan Sentra?
I do remember.
And click on the card right here to watch that review because we were very impressed with it.
And one of our Instagram followers sent me a message saying, I bought a Sentra because of your video.
So we've got an improved engine here and also 40 kilos lighter. It's got to be pretty good on fuel, right?
Yeah, in the city, it gets 9.2 liters per 100 kilometers, 7.3 on the highway, and 8.3 combined.
Look for the US numbers below that. So there's been a lot of competition around safety, which is good, especially charging forward from Honda and Toyota. And now Nissan's in the game. They have a suite of technology called what?
It's called Nissan Safety Shield, and it's across their entire lineup. It's got a slew of standard and available safety technology, including 10 airbags.
So I sort of borrowed this statement from my buddy Dennis DeRosier. Car companies get into trouble because of product. And how do they get out of trouble?
Product.
And so far this year, we've seen some new stuff from Nissan that shows us they are fighting back. We drove the new Sentra, fantastic, and now this new Rogue. And
let's not forget about the Kicks.
Yeah, the Kicks is a very good car. Looking around this product, though, is there anything that jumps out that you don't like?
No, not really. That's the thing. You know, you're hard-pressed to find anything that you don't really like in here.
You could say, I don't want a CVT.
Sure.
But try it, because we're here to tell you, having both driven it, it's much, much better. So let's get into the pricing, because I think they actually have a story there as well.
Yes.
This is our price pause.
So the base model S front-wheel drive is $28,500. S all-wheel drive, almost $31,000. The SV, which we really think is the sweet spot, has a lot of standard equipment. It comes at just over $34,000. And then we have the Platinum, which is almost $40,000. Although we think the SV is really the sweet spot, the issue with it is that you have to buy a premium package if you want to get the power liftgate and if you want heated rear seats. There's also the manual blinds.
I could care less about that, but for me, the power liftgate is a huge thing. If you've had a vehicle with a power liftgate, you're always going to want it, right?
So with this premium package, you have to pay over $3,000 more. And the RAV4 XLE actually offers the power liftgate for less than the SV trim without this premium package. Well, my mom bought a RAV4 and she didn't get the power liftgate because it did cost a little bit more for her. She regrets it to this day.
Yeah, and I look at all of these things. Once you've had heated seats, are you going to buy a car without it?
No.
Are you going to buy a car without a heated steering wheel?
No.
Are you going to buy a car without a power liftgate?
No.
Yeah, so if it's a tiebreaker on price, this one will lose and the RAV will win, and maybe some others as well. So final thoughts, Andrea, before we wrap it up. I'm blown away. I think they've done a really good job with this.
From the interior to the exterior, you can see the high quality materials being used. I'm really happy with this product. I would definitely consider it. Nissan nailed it with this Rogue. It's really hard to find something to dislike about this.
If you're in the market for a compact utility, this now has to be on your list of must-tries. Nissan is back, they're fighting back, and here's more proof. This video is brought to you by Canada. Get the dealer's cost, list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. Use the promo code MOTORMOUTH to become an expert member and get extra searches. The link is in the description below.